mga weird na crushes.
Yeah, and then you'll hear me out. Sino ba?
My awakening.
Hear me out. Sino bang?
Mr. B.
From my little pony.
Oh, wait.
Hello mga mahal! So, welcome to This is the very first episode of 𝐓𝐿's very own podcast. So, in celebration of Valentine's month or day or week, we're going to discuss for this very first episode is love. So, ayan, first question natin. What is love para sa inyo? Like, what is love to you guys? Even like, kahit hindi kailangang romantic definitions.
Well, siguro sa akin, in a general sense, love for me is kapag, alam mo yun, nag-care ka na towards other things. Like, whether animate or inanimate objects. Kasi as a sentimental person, parang I do pour my love on different things. Like sa family, friends, like romantically din. And you know, sa mga things na naging relevant kung from before up to now. So, ganun yung love sa akin. Like, I do care about a lot of things. And parang, for me, yung love na yun, I want to hold everything together para sa akin. So, that's love for me.
Yeah, ikaw, yours.
Growing up, I always struggle to answer this question kasi I'm not really sure, but ayun kasi siguro growing up, I also reduced love to simply like parang romantic relationships. But I realized na love was with me all along. Like I see it in my friends, in my families, and ayun parang siguro I think people should learn or should start thinking na mas mas nag-away ang platonic feelings over romantic ones. So if you ever feel na like parang hindi ka sinusundan ng love or love isn't around you, it's everywhere. You just don't realize. Like marirealize mo lang siya minsan at your lowest, but it's with you all along.
Banger tweets.
Grabe.
Jerick Carbonell for president. Ikaw,
Jay.
I think love for me is just you never know it's there. Like it's like when you think about it, parang oh my gosh, it's like always there. And I think love for me is that defining moment when you think something seems so beautiful, like something feels like oh this moment, this person, like I want to protect this thing. And like that for me is love. And like it's something it's so hard to distinguish because like it just happens, like we're having this one special moment and like I love this moment. And it's like just that what do you call this? Parang spontaneous feeling that you would have, and I think that's like the beauty of love. What love is, like it comes and goes. So I think that's good.
Okay.
This is noted. Noted yung things.
Thank you.
Ikaw,
para sa akin siguro, ayun din, like Jers, nahirapan din akong i-define yung love, like all my life. Kasi, ayun nga diba, like usually, when we think about love, like yung unang sinasabi na, like romantic love, yung jowa, ganyan, kissing with romantic partners, yung gusto mong pakasal. Pero, like, growing up, I was kind of a lonely child. So, for me, yung very first experience ko with love wasn't like romantic. It was more of like through friendships. Kasi like sa kanila ko first na-realize na parang, I want to protect this person kasi it means so much to me. And I think parang yun yung first realization ko with love na parang, oh, I love this friend kasi they bring me so much joy and I bring them so much joy. And tapos ayun, it's just, yung tulad nga ng sinabi ni Jers na you need to realize na love is all around you. It's not limited to just romantic things. And like, sabi mo rin, it's not limited to people. It can be things, memories, ganyan. So, syempre, since alam naman natin yung love, parang alam natin yung love. So like, what experiences defined love for you? Like, anong mga experience nyo with love? Growing up, sinong awakening? Sinong first crush nyo? Tapos
Oh my God.
how did it blossom? And how does it compare to your crushes these days? As an adult, gano'n.
Papasok ko na siya. Oo, anak.
Like, yung...
Fictional.
Ha?
Kahit fictional.
Oh. Like, kunwari yung first crush mo, di ba? Bakit mo siya naging crush? Tapos, ngayon, kung may crush ka man ngayon, like, how does your crush nung bata ka compare to your crush now?
Siguro, dito muna ako sa present time. So, I feel like parang yun. Hindi naman kasi ako madali talagang, I'm not the kind of person na madaling magka-crush. So, parang, usually pag nagkaka-crush ako, I don't associate the word love to it. Kasi, for the most part, I know I'm just attracted. Parang, ayun na, parang, nagdedelulo lang ako. So, hindi ko ina-associate yung word na love. But like, parang, ayun nga, in the present time, parang, at least parang nasa isip ko na I want to give love to that person na ayun nga, siguro parang it may not be that deep dahil crush lang naman. Kasi yung mga recent crushes ko kasi most of them were straight guys and like parang I've never had connections with them or I've never had the chance to like parang understand them. Siguro kasi magkaiba yung wavelength namin, ganun. So, ayun, but like parang my instinct was, okay, I'm gonna crush on this person, but I'm gonna offer love if there's an opportunity to, but otherwise, ayun, it's fine, it's just crush, not too deep. But anyways, ayun yung sa present time na I'm trying to give, but if ayaw nila ma-receive, then it's okay. Now yung sa childhood naman, I don't know, sobrang blur ng childhood crushes ko. Like, I think,
Really?
parang I think nagka-crush lang ako sa mga childhood crushes ko for the thrill. So,
Parang kasi ang boring na buhay kapag walang thrill. Actually, so parang gusto ko na-challenge ako.
it's strange kasi like bata, like mga high school pa ako noon, but ayun, siguro, back then my perception of like having a crush and like associating love to it is weird kasi ayun nga, parang dati when I was younger, parang I was quick to say na ay mahal ko na siya, pero there wasn't any love forming at all. So ayun, yun yung difference to the present time na I'm trying to offer it, but hindi ko kailangan i-feel it, and I'm just hoping that the person would love to receive it, but it's okay if they don't want to.
Relate ka ba tayo?
Sobra. Okay, so sa akin naman kasi, simula ko sa past, I remember grade 3 ako, parang there's this classmate. Super patay na patay ako sa kanya. Tapos wala lang, syempre bata, so that's puppy love, of course. And then hanggang sa nag-high school ako, parang slowly maturing. Parang slowly, nagigets mo yung concept of love for yourself. Na parang, nung bandang high school na ako, doon ko na-realize na parang, ay kaya ako tumahal kasi parang siya yung gusto kong makasama in the future, ganun, and everything. Then eventually ngayon naman, sa age ko ngayon? Age reveal!
Age reveal.
Magta 25 na ako this year. Pero ayun nga, siguro sa age ko ngayon parang, let's say na I'm still looking for that companionship, but at the same time, I'm looking for more than that. Parang, ako kasi diba, for example, nagka-crush, parang ima-manifest ko na yun into love kagad. Kasi, diba, ikaw sa'yo mo crush, parang walang romantic sa'yo. Pag ako kasi crush, like, aminin ko na, sobrang nagiging obsessed ako sa kanila. Diba? Like, silang dalawa yung witness palagi, every time na nagkaka-crush ako. Tapos at the same time, parang, nagiging delulu rin ako, pero at the same time, parang, when I'm reaching my goals, sinasama ko na yung crush ko sa mga goals ko sa buhay, na parang in the future, eto tayo. Parang ganon, siguro.
So, delulu.
Delulu talaga ako eh. Parang talaga. Wala, ganun lang yung
isang ngiti lang, tapos kita mo na yung future.
Oh my God! Oh my God, Jack!
Like,
Hindi, joke lang.
bumababa ng hagdan, pero like in your mind, bumababa siya ng altar.
Hindi, pero ganun yung love sa akin. Parang, unti-unti ko siyang na-realize na ma-manifest into something greater na. Kasi nga, parang sa age ko, magka-25 na ako, my goodness. Parang panahon ko, hindi, joke lang. Yung panahon ng parents ko, ganitong age nila, parang...
Kasal na sila.
Oo, kasal na sila, gano'n. So parang, there's this pressure din sa akin, but at the same time, parang hinahayaan ko na lang din. Parang okay, crush kita, kung ano yung mangyari, edi yun. Pero at the same time, meron akong goal sa sarili ko, or para sa amin, nung crush ko or taong mahal ko, na minanipas ko, kung ano ba yung love for me.
Ako muna, parang papaisip ka pa. Para sa akin kasi, like, syempre, marami naman nagiging crush since I was a child. Tapos, lagi ko akong binibiro na yung first crush ko si Benten.
I get you.
Sabi.
Anong version? Yung bata?
Alien Force.
Hindi ko alam yung mga iba't ibang version eh. Basta
Yung teenager.
Yung bata pa siya. Like yung
white
may
t-shirt.
white t-shirt na black dito.
okay.
Ayun, crush ko yun. Bata ako siya, first crush ko. Tapos, like, syempre growing up, ayun nga, I was a lonely child. I watched a lot of TV. So, yung mga crush ko nung bata ko, puro mga fictional characters. Like si Danny Phantom, mga halata yun tayo. Tapos, ayun nung nag-crush na ako, like, an actual person. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Like, parang, ang cute lang kasi siya eh. Ganon. Like, binigyan niya ako ng, yung pulang flower na maliit. Yung basta yun, binigyan ng napakaliit na flower. Na like, okay, crush na kita.
Ano po?
Tapos, ayun lang, like, yun yung experience ko with having crushes on actual people, like, super babaw. Pero, as nung habang tumatanda na ako, like, nagkaroon ako ng dalawang distinction sa mga crushes. Yung mga, isa is yung mga crush na gusto kong i-pursue, tapos yung isa yung parang crush na cute ka lang.
Parang happy crush
lang. Happy crush lang. Na, you're cute, but I wouldn't like try to make an effort to get to know you better. It would be fine. I would be fine just like looking at you from a distance. Tapos yung mga crush yun na, yun yung talagang, I want to get to know you better. I feel like we have good vibes, ganyan. And, yun. I just think, yung mga type ko siguro nung bata ko, hindi, feeling ko mahilig ako sa red flag to be honest. Pero thankfully, I'm over that phase now. Like, nung bata ko, I would, like, kapag mas mahilig, okay, sige. Aminin ko na, mas mahilig ako sa mas matanda ng bata ko. Pero I'm healing. The daddy issues are no more, amen. I'm okay na. So, ayun, I just think, yung mga naging crush ko nung bata ko, I feel nagkaroon sila ng significance sa mga kung sino yung mga type ko ngayon. But doesn't really, when I get into a relationship, I don't think those like preconceived notions about these people matter to me a lot. So, ano masasabi mo?
I guess for like childhood crushes, sobrang blur ng childhood ko din eh. Kasi like I grew up not here in the Philippines, and like sobrang conservative ng country where I came from. It's actually like Saudi Arabia. And like parang sobrang limited na interactions mo with people there. And like I kind of grew up as like ganun lang, parang I'm just living, in the moment. Pero like I did have a first crush, and like yung crush kasi sa akin, I relate with what you said na yung I develop feelings for them talaga. Na parang, oh, these persons are kind of special. Like, I only really have like one crush at a time, and like for a very long time, I would have that crush, and like kasi like yung first crush ko, she was really sweet, and like parang like the elementary sweetheart kind of vibe. Pero like I'm over that na.
Ba't kailangan mo i-clarify?
I'm just defending myself, okay?
I'm
just defending.
Hindi ka naman may hinusgahan.
Disclaimer lang po, disclaimer. Pero ayun, I think yung parang part talaga that stuck with me the most sa childhood crush na yun is like parang when it comes to like a crush or like anyone that I like, I kind of want to spend a lot of time with them. Na parang it doesn't matter like what qualities they have, parang I just like to spend time with them. Basta siya. Pero
grabe.
Ay, sorry.
Hindi ko alam bakit siya.
Oh my God!
Pero ayun, yung siguro like fictional, I watched a lot of stuff when I was a kid, pero like wala akong naging fictional crush kasi like parang siguro if I like anything, parang I just like Transformers.
Si Optimus
Prime, si Buffett. So like, parang madalang na ako nagkaroon ng fictional crush, like up until, like until now. Pero right now, for the crushes that I have now, parang it's still the same as before. I like them because they're really sweet and like I really care about this person and parang I want to give them like, what I can offer to this person, so on and so forth. So parang if they didn't like kunwari, like if they didn't want to like reciprocate, I just said, okay, go next time guys. Good luck next time.
So yun, marami naman talagang naging crushes. So I'm wondering lang, like, anong nagustuhan niyo sa kanila at anong hindi niyo nagustuhan? Like, kung ano yung mga green flags nila, red flags, tapos yung sinabi ni Chiki na beige flags, tsaka parang mga deal breakers niyo in a person. Like, kapag nakita mo tong trait na to, you're out the door. Or like, kapag nakita mo trait na to, that's like, what makes you like them the most? Or like, yung beige flag is like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's like, a little weird. It's quirky, parang ganun. Ganun yung beige flag. So, ayun. Siguro I'll start na lang. Para sa akin, siguro yung green flag ko is like, syempre, lagi naman lang sinasabi, like, communication is key, ganyan. Pero kasi, these days, I feel a lot of people are more open to communicating their feelings naman. Kasi syempre, like, mental health, everything. Pero, minsan kasi may mga tao pa rin na, I mean, hindi naman talaga madaling i-communicate yung feelings mo, especially if it's like deeper feelings. So, para sa akin, green flag yung at least the person tries. Na parang, when you ask them, parang hindi sila, kunwari, kamusta ka? Like, di ba usually sinasabi lang tayo, okay lang.
Sucks na.
Sucks lang.
Pwede na.
Pero kapag, may mga tao kasi na parang when you try to go deeper, parang they resist it. Na biglang mag-form agad sila ng wall. I'm very attracted to people who are like, okay, sige, like what happened in your day? And like, they go into detail. Like, I love yappers. Yung mga yapping, I don't care. Yap all you want. I like it when people are open to opening themselves up to other
Keep
people.
talking.
Yeah, keep yapping, bro. Tapos, red flag naman para sa akin, yung binido ko sa'yo kanina, okay, siguro I will call it a beige flag instead. Yung mga very, my weird hyperfixations with like motherly women.
Okay. Alam ko hyperfixation in general, nagtatawa na ako.
Hindi, okay lang.
Friendly fire.
Pero kasi like, I've dated a guy in the past na parang naging nanay-nanayan niya ako. I'm like, I am not here to be your mom. It's not my job, bro. Kaya, pero kasi I understand din why people have that. And minsan kasi, may mga lalaki na or like may mga tao na mama's boy lang but not necessarily may mommy issues. So I think it's more of a beige flag and it's more of like, you can decide whether it's red or green once you get to know them a little better. Tapos, yung red flag ko naman, I guess, I don't know, yung mga hindi in touch with their emotional sides. Wala lang, parang, di mo ba, like, you're always alone with yourself. Why don't you think about these kinds of things? Parang ganun.
Alone with myself.
Alone with yourself. Like, di ka ba nag-iisip? Ganun. So, and then deal breakers. Honestly, my deal breaker used to be smokers. Pero now, I don't, vaping is very accepted nowadays. So, I'm like, chill with it. It's fun. Kayo?
Ikaw mo na, nag-iisip pa ako eh.
Sige na. Nag-iisip din ako. Pero ikaw man, sige.
Diba kasi, Jers? Oh,
Hindi
ikaw.
ko
Ano? Nagkakayon.
Hindi, nag-iisip din ako.
Nag-iisip.
Sige.
On the spot. Red flag siguro when it comes to like anyone. If I meet someone and like parang red flag agad, like icks, I think when your efforts, like parang yung energy mo isn't like being like given back to you. Parang, oh my gosh, like you're so happy to see this person. Parang like, parang ganun, like nonchalant, kumbaga. And like parang,
Oh my God.
what was that? Parang,
What was that?
bro, ano ba? Like, magkaibigan mo tayo, or ano? Like, so parang, in a sense, parang, it just makes you think. Parang, I even have moments where like, I ask like myself, parang, maybe it's just me. I just think about it too much na, baka ganun lang talaga siya. Pero
Maybe
you
it's
know.
not that deep.
Overthinkers! Pero yun, like that's what I think. Parang if ang vibe na ako sa tao is like, they don't like to, parang reflect the energy back. It's just kind of it's not like a big deal for me. Like, okay, you're just one of those people na parang, I'm not really gonna put too much effort into like, earning, parang begging for your attention, kumbaga. And I guess like for red flag for my side, masyado akong people pleaser. Like, tanongin nyo yung dalawa dito, they always call me out for it. And like, I've been trying to fix it, pero guys, ang hirap.
Yeah.
Totoo naman. I see you struggling. Si Jay yung tipo ng tao na, kunwari tatungin mo siya, gusto mo kumain? Magbabase siya ng sagot niya doon sa sagot mo. Sabi niya, ikaw, gusto mo ba kumain?
yung tanong niya, sasagutin niya ng tanong ulit.
Tapos kapag sinabi mong hindi, kahit gutom siya, sabi niya, sige,
sige,
hindi natin kailangan kumain. Pero pag sinabi mong, sige, doon lang siya kakain.
Wait, di naman ganun ka-deep, okay? But like, I still struggle with that. Kasi, this whole time, kasi panganay ako, so like, I always have to think about parang
giving to others.
Yeah, about giving to others, prioritizing others. Kasi, parang, if there would be times kasi like I would just prioritize myself and like I would get backlash from my parents. Well, it's not, I'm over that. Like, hindi na siya ganun ka-bad now. Pero, it's like, it stuck with me, kumbaga. So, you could say na, damn, people pleaser is actually trauma. I'm just kidding. Pero, yun.
Hirap to usap. Anyway.
Pero yun lang, sa inyo naman.
Hindi, wala ka pang deal breaker.
Deal breaker? Honestly, yung deal breaker yung like yung hindi pagka-reflect ng sa akin, like ng energy. Kasi, it's like, I kind of like initiated a conversation with someone and then like parang, it would be nice to know more about you. Pero if like the only thing that's happening is I'm just yapping, parang, ano to? I should have just talked to a wall, di ba? I should just, ganun na. Pero yeah, yun na.
Ano, may sagot na kayo?
Oo, meron na. Siguro yung green flag sa akin is like, kunwari meron silang ginawang mali. Like, magiging accountable sila sa actions sila. Kasi ako, for example, ayaw ko kasi sa taong sinungaling. Like, if parang kung ginawa na kasalanan at alam mo mali yun, sabihin mo na lang sa akin ng diretso, mas ma-appreciate ko pa yun. And for me, yung action yun is a green flag, pero yung action na sabi na to, green flag, but yung action na ginawa niya na alam niya namang mali, yun yung red flag for me. But, ayun kasi pinakaayaw ko talaga is yung sinungaling and nagtatago. Because, mas pipiliin ko masaktan na lang ng katotohanan kaysa masaktan ng patago, tapos ako pa yung makakaalam. So ayun yung green flag for me. Like, sabihin mo na lang lahat ng gusto mong sabihin, kahit masakit, kakayanin ko. Ang importante, totoo. Magsabi ka ng totoo. Ayun yung green flag for me. Tapos ang red flag naman, sa akin ba or sa other people?
Sa'yo. Pwede rin naman red flag mo siguro.
Ang red flag ko kasi, ayun nga, super na-obsessed and super fixated ako sa isang tao lang. Like, kahit crush lang yun, like, palagi ko na siya bukang bibig, iniisip ko na siya palagi. Tapos honestly, parang 4 times a week ko na siyang napapaginipan and it's been going on for like many months na. I was like, oh my God, pagpahingahin mo! Kung totoo ka man. Please, totoo ka man. Saan ba ako lulugar? Gano'n yung nakapit ko. Ano ba ako sa'yo? Ano ba tayo? Pero kasi at the same time, parang ay nangyari pag sa akin eh. Parang hindi ko alam kung saan ako lulugar hanggat wala akong sagot na nakukuha mula sa'yo. If yung sagot mo neutral lang, if hindi mo i-reject kunwari upfront, parang yung red flag ko kasi parang sige, go lang ako ng go. Like, I will go with the flow. Pero if hindi mo ako reject or wala kang concrete na sagot, talaga itutuloy ko lang, ipupush ko yung gusto ko. So ganun ako kapag nag-fixate ako, parang ipupush ko talaga yung gusto ko, ilalaban ko yung gusto ko. Like, hindi lang sa romantic, hindi lang in a romantically context, but na different context din. Oh my God. Tapos, anong beige flag for me? Wala akong isip for beige flag.
Like it's not too bad, but it's not great either.
Okay, siguro I think yung mga sige, as a person na lumaki sa Christian school, like since kinder up to college, parang ang beige flag for me is yung mga umiinom. I know sobrang surface level, no? Yung mga umiinom, yung mga nagsisigarilyo or nagbe-vape, parang dati kasi sabi ko, ay ayoko, hindi ko kaya yung ganun. But at the same time, parang in-explore ko or parang nagkaroon ako different points of view ng people kung bakit nila ginagawa yun. Parang mas naintindihan ko na kung bakit may times na ayun pala yung coping mechanism nila or parang health-related problems. So, gano'n siya for me. Bakit?
Guilty ka, Brett.
Ay naman, siguro ang pinaka-deal breaker sa akin kapag mas bata sa akin for like 3 years or more. 3 years or more, oh my God. I'm so sorry, pero adyo ko na kasi baka mag-babysit na naman ako. And even though nagkaroon naman ako ng ex na mas matanda sa akin, like 5 years older than me, it's just that parang ang hirap kapag nagbe-babysit ka kasi of course you need to take care of yourself and at the same time, bakit parang gets ko na kailangan kitang alagaan as your partner. Alagaan kita pero hindi kita papalakihin. Gets nyo ba? Ganon. So parang, ayun yung deal breaker sa akin. If mas bata ka parang, I'm so sorry. I'm not the person for you. So, ayun lang for me. Ikaw?
Yeah, Jers, your time to shine.
Kinakabahan ako kasi. baka ma-cancel. Kasi,
first episode panggagalan eh. At actually, this is our first and last episode.
Thank you for supporting us.
Hindi kasi medyo, okay, I'm gonna be open with it. Medyo I think egoistic pakinggan ng konti kasi this is like, this is not about the general population but rather, myself lang talaga. So, ayan, it may or may not be other people's cup of tea. But for my red flag ko talaga sa mga tao yung energy vampires. Or like, I'm a very low maintenance person kasi kaya there are times na parang I zone out and like parang I don't talk to people. I think a lot of people here know that na nang-i-inbox ako. I'm so sorry but
Understandable.
ayun nga parang the most critical times naman lumalabas naman ako but most of the time kasi parang yung tipong mag-chat ka lang, magre-reply or magsisi ng messages, parang the thought of it drains me na talaga. So, parang ayun, naging red flag ko siya. Not to everyone, kasi there are those people naman na alam yung boundaries nila, but there are those people na like super energy vampires talaga, like ang high maintenance nila. I've had this experience like parang recently lang kasi I'm actually slowly drifting away from my past relationships like from my childhood. And dahil nga parang yung energy ko kasi nakafocus lang sa college kaya parang I find myself minsan na hindi ko nababalikan yung like childhood ko, yung high school days ko and like parang that resulted to like many people like parang seeking for my time. I think I was able to give it to them but parang hindi ko na talaga consistently magawa ngayon and like parang I think some people took it against me yung pagiging low maintenance person ko na hindi ko naman kailangan I don't see myself na dapat nag-update ako palagi sa mga ganaps ko. I don't find na parang dapat nagko-call ako or parang alam mo yung may mga situations na parang obvious naman like kasi it happened many times and like despite it happening many times parang some people still tend to question yung absence ko and yung pagiging low maintenance ko. But ayun nga, I guess that's just really me talaga. It's not like I neglect very critical moments of my life. Like when you ask me for it, I find myself naman mostly like if may halimbawa nagpa-private message sa akin, ni-replyan ko naman agad. It's just that the bigger circles, like parang mga group chats na hindi talaga ako maka-keep up and that's why very red flag ko talaga yung mga, ayun nga, parang sinusumbat sa akin yung, when in fact you're really just energy vampires and they're sucking out too much. Okay, so, sa green flag naman, same kay Louie, I actually like people na, that hold themselves accountable if may mali sila. Kasi, I also grew up as a people pleaser, but I'm trying to
lahat ako tayo dito
Sa celebrate!
Ang bilis mo yun!
But ayun, but ayun nga, I'm trying to lessen it also naman yung pagiging people pleaser ko. But ayun nga, parang as a people pleaser, I find myself na parang nagsisik ako ng accountability from other people but may mga ibang tao na hindi nila mabigay sa'yo. So parang minsan it turns out na ikaw pa yung nagpa-pry open sa kanila in order for them to give you accountability. But minsan nga parang ikaw pa yung magiging accountable sa situation like for the sake na lang na maayos yung whatever conflict yung kinahaharap nyo. But ayun, kaya that's like it's really a green flag for me if like a person comes up and like holds themselves accountable kung may nagawa man silang mali. Like alam naman nila yun, like matatanda na tayo. Okay, for my beige flag naman, you know, like, it's pretty weird, but like I think growing up, like parang recently lang, ngayong college year ko lang siya na-realize. Beige flag ko actually sa isang person is if napapanindigan niya yung pagiging nonchalant niya.
Wait, huh? Paano?
Like parang this actually falls under crushes naman, yung parang you know when you have like crushes na sobrang nonchalant na parang hindi sila parang down to earth, hindi sila aware sa parang yung presence mo at that time. For me, I find that parang a beige flag kasi I find they're just also being true to themselves naman, na parang they're really just the nonchalant kind of person. They're the kind of person that does not need to pour so much energy. So a disclaimer, like this is like only for yung mga like when you have a crush or Syempre pag sa romantic relationship naman, I think if you are a nonchalant person, you got to adjust a little in order to make your partner feel comfortable. But if you have a crush na nonchalant, I guess it's really good na lang din na to respect your boundaries, especially if you're not that close naman na parang in a down to earth level kasi I've actually realized that parang there's really a reason why some people are nonchalant. It might be like related to their childhood, and as a person, I don't think it's my responsibility to pry them open.
Uy, grabe.
Banger tweets.
Sure na
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, B, you ate with
that.
Hindi nga. Makapansin na nakakatawa ko eh.
So ano naman, yung deal breaker for you? Yung parang yung trait na once na meron sila nun, ayaw mo kagad.
I guess smoker.
Kahit vape?
They have the same effects, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Siguro, sorry kung may hindi ko naman...
Sorry kung may nag-vape dyan.
Hindi. I know it's not my responsibility naman, of course, but like parang for me kasi nagiging deal breaker lang siya kasi like especially for those, so it's not for everyone, but especially for those people na parang who are educated naman, like di ba like yung sigarilyo talaga, it's worse pa rin than vape, am I correct?
Yeah.
I'm parang like oh my God, I'm really going to get cancer.
Okay lang yan.
Okay lang yan, but I'm parang you know na it's bad for your health, yet you're not trying to do anything. Although I do understand na parang it's sometimes like a coping mechanism talaga to like problems, but I mean siguro, maybe the deal breaker applies to when I try to educate someone na, smoking is bad, then like parang yung response pa nila parang they're proud of it and
It's my body. Ganun.
yeah, yun. I guess that's it. But please don't air this.
Girl, what do you think is gonna happen? Pero I guess like, since nagsabi naman tayo ng mga red flag, beige flag, I feel siguro na hanap natin yung mga ganong sagot because of like prior experiences. So, ano bang mga experiences nyo? Or like, we don't have to go too deep into it, pero like general vibes ng mga past relationships nyo, if ever man meron. And kung wala, like, anong gusto nyo maging vibes or like story ng future relationship nyo if you've never had one? Should I go first?
Yeah,
Sige.
please.
Please. So, I've had a few relationships naman na in the past, and I mean, I'm pretty open about how unpleasant they were. Like, lagi ko sinasabi na I've never been in a healthy relationship. And syempre, that came with a lot of struggles, and aminin ko naman, marami akong things that I need to work on as a person and even as a partner. So, in the past, I've had a lot of like toxic relationships. Well, almost all of them were toxic. And if they weren't toxic, I was the one who was being toxic to them. Pero, okay, not to like excuse myself for my toxic tendencies. Pero kasi at the time, parang I just didn't know that the things I were doing were toxic. Kasi hindi pa uso yung mga ganitong klaseng usapan na red flag, green flag, ganyan-ganyan. So like, I just thought na ito kasi yung kinalakihan ko. So I didn't know that it
Parang
was
everybody
wrong.
was doing it naman.
Yeah, tsaka kasi yun nga, I didn't know that it was wrong kasi ganito ako tinrata ng magulang ko. So like, ganito ko rin sila natatuhin and I never got corrected for it. But thankfully, after that relationship, I corrected myself. So, and now, parang, thankfully, things are better. I'm better. I worked on myself and hindi na ako, I don't tolerate that kind of energy na anymore. Pero I do feel for people who are still stuck in toxic relationships. Siyempre, I've been in one myself. So, kasi diba like, may mga tao na sinasabi nila they don't have empathy for people who choose to stay in toxic relationships. Kasi I feel like that's such a privileged point of view. Hindi mo talaga maiintindihan kung bakit sila nagsastay unless you're in the situation yourself. Kasi for me, like, ang nangyayari is like, there were a lot of up and downs. So like, whenever there were downs, we would break up and then they would come back and they'd be like, can we work on this? And like, parang ipapaalala nila sa akin yung ups namin, the good times. And like, remember when this happened, diba? We could have that moment again. Parang ganun. That's manipulation, by the way. Do not tolerate that.
Censor.
Do not tolerate manipulation. So ayun, parang you really can't blame people when they stay in toxic relationships. If anything, I feel we should just be patient and empathize with them even more. Na siguro, bakit ka bumabalik dito? Rather than being mad at them about it, ask more deeper questions. So parang, bakit ka bumabalik? Ano bang binabalikan mo? Like, do they promise you things that make it seem that if you come back to them, it will get better? Parang ganun. Kasi yun yung nangyari sa akin. But of course, there are people who just stay in toxic relationships for the thrill of it. Hindi ko naman i-deny yun. May mga taong ganun na parang alam nilang toxic but they're also toxic themselves. So like they enjoy the toxicity of the relationship.
Ayun mo sa green flag. Ayun ko. Walang challenge.
Oh my God! Okay, share ko lang. Pero kasi last week, nag-message si Jay sa akin. And we're talking about my crush. Ako sabi niya, ayaw mo sa green flag. Sabi ko, ayoko. Para kasi walang thrill kapag puro green flag yung crush ko.
So huwag kayong tumulad kay Rull. So ayun, yun naman yung experience ko with relationships. But, things are better now. Thank you.
Deserve.
Amen.
Siguro yung sa akin lang brief answer. Like, kaya ako nag-resort sa ganung answers ko kanina because yung past relationships ko din, parang napansin ko na, sige, let's say not they're older than me, but at the same time, mas emotionally dependent sila sa akin. Like, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Siguro I think on maturity levels talaga or experiences. But parang for me, nakaka-drain na yung ganung part na na yung tao super dependent na siya sa akin emotionally, like physically, and parang everything na kahit smallest things lang nakapalaki because of that. Kaya for me parang pagod na ako sa ganun. Like I want us to be more open to each other, like bakit ganito yung nangyari, bakit ganyan. Hindi yung parang nagsusumbatan na lang kayo. Kasi from my past, parang palaging ganun yung nangyari. And ako kasi, palaban kasi ako. I'm not as yung pride ko. I'm not denying that. So parang ganun yung nangyari, which is, tama rin sinabi ni Go na parang toxic na yung relationship pero hindi naman na-realize ng tao na toxic din pala sila. So, ganun din ako. Like, of course, I have my fair share of toxicity rin towards other people and hindi ko naman yun in-validate. But at the same time, parang ayun lang talaga, ayoko lang sa masyadong emotionally dependent. Parang yung sabi ko, fixated at obsessive na ako ko. So, ganun din yung effect sa akin. Parang, alam mo yun, ang ironic, no?
At least you're self-aware.
Parang ayoko na sa tao, but at the same time, nagiging ganun ako. So, ayun lang yung sa akin.
Dodgers.
What was the question na?
Like,
prior experience.
Bakit naging ganun yung sagot?
bakit naging ganun yung mga sagot mo?
Yung sa red is
Flags.
Like, ano bang prior experience mo?
Ayun nga, siguro yung una is yung the energy vampires nga parang growing up talaga, I got so drained. And especially like parang years before entering high school, parang naging low maintenance person ako that parang away from society. Hindi naman okay. Away
from society.
Remote.
Ang OA nun, sorry. Parang naging low-key lang ako. Actually, but now nga parang I'm trying to improve na. I'm trying to include myself in new things na parang that would, benefit me. But, siguro I grew up like with really high maintenance people na parang, I grew up with high maintenance people tapos people pleaser pa ako. Kaya
Combo.
Nag-combo talaga sila. And parang na-realize ko na parang part of my parang, high school years was just me being drained all the time talaga. So parang ngayon talaga pinanindigan ko siya na, okay, I will lessen that the people pleaser thing na and start declining and like moving away from situations I don't want to be a part of. So ayun. Then for the green flag naman, ayun kasi I've never had a relationship. So parang most of these experiences na lang are actually parang mga like what I've
na-manifest mo throughout the years.
Yeah.
Parang nag-grow na siya sa akin.
Yeah, nag-grow na siya sa akin talaga. Then ayun yung sa green flag na parang I want people na parang who hold themselves accountable because for the most part talaga I do not recall a lot of people holding themselves accountable for me and like parang ayun nga people pleaser I tend to say sorry a lot I tend to like fix the bridges naman na that I'm not supposed to ayun lang naman. So yeah, growing up ayun lang parang I was trying to balance things out and ayun ngayon naman ngayong college na nararamdaman ko na yung balance na yun na parang I don't have to like forcibly get myself out there and ayun but actually minsan nagigilty din ako kasi I know that there are a lot of people here who give like their 100% to me but parang ako minsan feeling ko hindi ko nabibigay yung 100% ko sa kanila but ayun I'm trying my best to do that and ayun thankful din ako sa patience nila towards me.
I guess last talaga. Well, up until recently, like I never really got in a relationship. But like most of them parang I just like admired someone. And I think yung bakit kasi nagustuhan is that thing na kapag maganda yung vibe and like this sort of thing na like you just kind of develop na when you talk to them like I just want to keep on spending more time with this person kumbaga and like that's why I kind of want to be with them. Pero, I wouldn't say unlucky. Pero like, kasi, like, hanggang tropa vibes lang talaga ako. Kaya, even though I would talk to like someone, parang, it's just, hanggang doon lang kami and nothing ever develops more than that. So, that's like the whole scenario up until recently. Kasi, luckily now, medyo like, very healthy relationship that I'm in, so and I'm kind of thankful for that. And I think, especially now, kapag first relationship mo pa, like hindi mo alam kung what to expect. But like, I think it's kind of a good thing if you like, just wag mong parang what do you call this? Like, don't try to like match this like ideal you have in your mind. Like always try to be yourself, and like that's always what I've been in. So like in all of the relationships I've or friendships I've like made, na parang I only really want to be myself. Well, sprinkle mo doon na din yung pagka-people pleaser. Pero yun na din yun. I try my best to be myself. Pero yeah. So yun lang naman yung pair experience ko. It's all just proper vibes. One of the dudes.
Friendzone.
Hindi pa ako nag-friendzone. Wait, 100% win-rate pa ako.
Sige. Kasi hindi ka na-friendzone kasi hindi ka nag-confess.
Ay,
Fair.
Diba?
Uy, call up yan!
Anyway, so for the last topic, sige, parang, ayan,
Ano yung last topic?
ito na nga.
Ay, sorry.
So, ayan nga, we've had the talk about relationships. Tapos ngayon, I mean, pretty popular naman sa like social media, yung mga parang nangihingi ng mga advice. Off my chest, ganyan. Tapos yung recent na usapan about the 300
Wedding
pesos
ring.
wedding ring or something.
299.
Yon. So like, ano yung mga common relationship problems these days na nakikita nyo? And what is your personal advice for it? Sa mga couples or like people out there that are struggling with those kinds of common relationship problems. Anong like masasabi nyo? How did you as a person or like you as a partner get over those kinds of things? So sige, I'll start na lang rin kasi medyo malaking question. So, syempre, yun nga, lagi nilang sinasabi, communication is key. Pero mahirap na makipag-communicate, especially if you didn't grow up with emotionally open parents or a family na like laging nag-uusap or nagtatanungan about how their emotional state is. So, I grew up with that kind of family. Like, hindi kami nag-uusap about anything emotionally driven. So, I found it in myself to like teach myself. Like, yun yung sinasabi ko na I had to learn to gentle parent myself. Kasi I didn't experience that. So, yung communication parang communication skills ko, I picked it up by myself. Kasi, ayun nga, like, growing up, I didn't have anybody to talk to. So, like, nasabi ko, I don't want anybody to go through this by my hand. Like, ayokong maging cause ng trauma for someone else. So, I worked on my communication skills by myself. And when, like, recently may lumapit sa akin na parang they were crying and like they were having a meltdown and they were in a call with their significant other, but they weren't telling their significant other that they were feeling that way and that they were crying as they were in call. Like, nakamute lang siya, but she was like crying in the call. So, and I just told her na parang, I feel like your partner wouldn't want to be like, want you to deal with this alone. I feel like they would want to be there for you and give them the opportunity to be there for you. And mahirap man i-communicate yung parang, yung storm in your mind, you know, it's hard to find the right words to express yourself, pero you have to, at the very least, just try. Kasi that's where everything starts naman. Just trial and error, and eventually you'll find your way through it kasi you'll get used to expressing yourself, you'll get used to parang talking to someone about it, and eventually, and like, I feel like that's not just in relationships, but in general, that's probably the best investment you can make for yourself. It's like communication skills. So, ayan.
I think yung parang biggest advice ko, like, for, like, you know, I think in general na lang, no? It's like, well, it's kind of nice to like learn it super early on, and I think it really goes a long way kung ma-realize na, like, if there's any couple out there, I think this is the biggest advice I could give, is like, you gotta always remember na parang, even before naging kayo pa, meron kayong sariling buhay, and like, wag dapat yun mawawala sa inyo. And like, even if na, you guys are like together, and you know, di talaga maiiwasan yung mga, panahon na you guys don't talk to each other. But like, at least you know within yourselves na parang at the end of the day, you're gonna come back to each other. And I think that's enough to like, parang that's enough security for people. Like, you should learn na ganun talaga dapat na, I'm not telling you to like go wild in your own adventures. May limit talaga. Pero just that thought na parang, oh, like, long day at work or at school or anything, parang, I have something to look forward to. Like, it's them again, parang ganun.
May uuwian ka.
Yeah, may uuwian ka. And like, you know, I can also do my own thing. Like, diba, people love to like go adventures with their significant other, but like, there's a thing called loving yourself too, you know, give yourself your own adventure kasi there are so many things for you to enjoy. So yun lang naman yung advice ko.
Pressure siya.
So, yung advice ko is actually kind of similar kay Miwa, which is, ayun kasi, I don't think I can apply this advice to myself, but siguro in the future when I actually have a partner, I will. But ayun, as much as possible, don't try to suppress your anger or your feelings. Huwag ka magkim-kim lang sa loobin mo. Just because you feel like na if you say this certain thing na feeling mo mag-drift apart yung relationship nyo, always remember na ayun nga, what really makes a relationship tougher is yung mga conflicts na pagdadaanan nyo. So, if you have something to say, if something bothers you, sabihin, try to communicate it agad to your partner, and wag mong kim-kimin just because parang feeling mo nga it won't satisfy your partner, kasi in a relationship you gotta test each other talaga, kasi dun mo malalaman who's more willing to stay, and ayun nga, hopefully na when you do that, ay ma-realize yun na both na pareho naman pala kayo, gusto nyo palaging in harmony. So communicate even the simplest problems, although syempre may mga naman, okay, cut.
Parang it's like, there's this video I watched it. It's like related to that. It's like, communication is not the cherry on top of a relationship. It's the relationship. Parang, I think that's what you're trying to say. Parang, I don't know, it just kind of resonates.
Cherry,
It's not the cherry on top.
Parang hindi yun yung magiging palaging solution kasi involved na siya talaga sa
Oh,
relationship.
it's the relationship talaga.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of nice.
And communicate.
Ay, sige,
Ay,
joke.
Ayoko na ba?
Communicate palagi.
So, siguro sa akin naman is like, for those who are really confused, parang you should do self-reflections and mag-reassess ka sa sarili mo kung, for example, nag-away kayo ng partner mo, parang isipin mo, bakit ba tayo mag-aaway? Then, I think dapat ganun din yung partner mo. Like, you should know sa sarili nyo and to each other kung bakit nyo mahal yung isa't isa. Kasi, mahal ba talaga kita o mahal lang kita dahil sa ginagawa mo sa akin? Mahal mo lang ako dahil sa ginagawa ko sa'yo. And at the same time, parang, alam mo yun, doon nagkakaroon ng blurry area or vague area kung bakit nagkakaroon talaga ng miscommunication. So basically, communication din siya, and parang it's a me and a you problem. Like, kung ano ba talaga yung gusto ko, saan ba ako lulugar sa'yo, saan ka lulugar sa akin. Parang alamin niyo yun. Like, yung actions nga din yung sinabi ko sa kanila. Ayun, sinabi ko kanina, if mahal ba kita as a person, as a whole, or mahal kita sa ginagawa mo, or mahal mo ako dahil sa ginagawa ko for you. And I think, for that, ako kasi kapag in love, kahit nasabihin ko sobrang sakit na, like, I will always find a reason to love you every day. Kahit single reason lang to love you every day. Susubukan kung maghanap ng rason para mahalin ka at hindi lang kita mabitawan.
Single po. Lloyd, Octava.
Lloyd, Octava.
Ulit na please.
So, ayun lang for me.
Nangungulila na.
So,
Oh my God, Jay! Opo.
I feel like that was a really good conversation naman for our very first episode. So, ayun, once again, hindi pa tayo nag-introduce.
Okay, nag-introduce.
Hindi na nag-introduce. Pero sige, I'm Miyuki. I'm the Vice President of 𝐓𝐿.
I'm Jay. I'm the I'm the Assistant Secretary of 𝐓𝐿.
I'm Jers. I'm the newly found Assistant Creative Director of 𝐓𝐿.
So, hi guys, my name is Lloyd and I'm the President of 𝐓𝐿, the
Yeah.
advocacy organization of CIT College of Arts and Technology. And again, this is... Bye! Thank you guys!